Listeners, the future of AI is here and it's really evolving faster than ever.
AI available in a lot of different tools that we're using right now. It's going to be a lot more capable.
Now, AI's capability or adaptability allows businesses to tackle the industry specific challenges with precision and value.
So, a small companies that cannot really afford to hire 20 people to sit in a call center can have AI.
Listeners, AI is no longer a future possibility. It's today's reality, reshaping how businesses engage and grow. And from revolutionizing client interactions to leaving the playing field for SMEs, AI holds transformative potential for every industry. In today's episode, we explore how small businesses can harness AI to scale, innovate, and stay competitive. This is Maheen, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. Today, we have Ali Reaziat, who is a visionary entrepreneur and marketing leader with expertise spanning AI innovation, brand management, and SaaS solutions. As a co-founder and director of marketing at Apostrophe Solutions Corp, Ali has pioneered products like Remarketeer and GPT Botics.ai, enabling businesses to automate operations and enhance client interactions. With a career rooted in both technical and strategic leadership, Ali is passionate about empowering SMEs to thrive in the digital-first economy. So without further ado, let's welcome Ali. Ali, welcome to the show. We're very pleased to have you with us. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Very pleased to have, someone who have your expertise and passion for AI innovation on the podcast. Now, Ali, let's begin by discussing the role of AI because AI is revolutionizing business communication 24/7 with its support, with its personalized experiences, really bridging the gap between customer needs and the business efficiency. How do you see AI transforming the way businesses, especially SMEs, interact with customers today?
Yes, well, let's take it back and really understand why AI has become such a mainstream topic recently. I mean, AI has been around for many years. It's not a new phenomenon, if you want to say, and it's been used in various equipment and tools and solutions over the past many years. The difference right now is that AI has really taken a turn and come into the world of more of a human-like experience. So things that are very popular, like ChatGPT, for example, OpenAI's platform, which has become pretty much the benchmark these days, are built on technology that's mainly called LLP, LLMs, large language models. The foundation of AI was always based on data processing and handling large amount of information. Now, probably the largest set of data that's available to human beings is language. And this generation of AI really opened the doors into language, and it really shattered the barriers of real human-like capabilities. And that's what brings us into the topic of your question, which is customer interaction and consumer interaction. So rather than general the general purpose of AI, which was obviously still is generating insight, what we have is that we're now able to also communicate that with the consumers and customers, as well as the other way around, capturing insight directly by interacting. So that's the basis and foundation, and why today we're looking at a very much more advanced and relatable technology in that sense. And this is exactly how companies can benefit on a higher level from AI in their customer interactions. On the other hand, the other thing that's really changed the landscape here is the cost. It
Mm.
used to be that, luxury, out of reach, expensive set of tools that was only available to larger companies. But now you can access AI with tremendous capability at uh, so so much lower prices than ever, and it's only getting lower and lower and cheaper in terms of the cost of implementing solutions. That makes it very accessible to smaller companies as well.
Right.
So I think that way, I mean, together with the capacity at such a low cost creates a whole new opportunity for businesses, especially SMEs.
Right. Now, these are very fascinating insights, Ellie, and it's amazing how accessible AI has become even for smaller businesses. Now, can you share a real world example of how AI has helped a small business redefine its customer interactions?
So one of the very first solutions that we built with GPTBotics.ai was for a beauty clinic in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things that had been a problem for that business is, obviously being able to keep, track of customer inquiries and being able to provide adequate response to the inquiries coming in through various channels. Usually, a business has, the usual channels of a contact form on a website and probably a phone number. And now, to add on top of that, these days, everybody's also juggling with several different social media platform profiles as well. So, you have your Instagram profile for a business, you have your TikTok profile for a business, you have your Facebook. So, and then customers and clients are also interacting through those channels as well. So it takes a bit of an effort
Mm-hmm.
for a company, even as you know, as uh, I don't want to say small, but uh, focused as a beauty clinic, for instance. Now, uh, what they had to do is, they had to invest in human resources. They have to hire people who would answer these inquiries, and they also obviously had their own limitations. Now, once we implemented the solution there, and we were able to train the AI bot that we implemented for the platform, it not only could handle all the channels of the business efficiently, 24/7, but it also was able to address all the inquiries. Now, what's interesting, and it kind of came as a surprise to both us as well as um, the the business, our client, was that it wasn't just the usual inquiries that you would expect for the AI to handle.
Mm-hmm.
So there were usually, what the expectation initially was, that yes, there are some higher level inquiries that would require the business owner or higher level managers to respond to that. And obviously they're not available, and it's expensive. Their time is expensive to dedicate to that. So that was part of the satisfaction factor, that
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't really neglected, but you couldn't really address it properly. Uh, what happened is that when you train the AI to be able to carry on with it a lot more knowledge and information about the business, it can address those inquiries as well. But the surprise was this: we found that a lot of very, very low level inquiries hadn't been addressed in the past, that now the AI could address it effectively and efficiently. I'll give you an example. Something like, where's your address?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when is the earliest time that I can book an appointment? right? So we were looking at higher level questions like, what is the is such and such procedure an intrusive procedure or not? Is there a non-intrusive version of that procedure? What is the recovery phase of that procedure look like? So these were the higher level stuff, but even the lower level stuff, where is your address? If it was asked at 10:30 p.m. during the evening,
Mm-hmm.
nobody was there to answer, and that client would have gone somewhere else because of that simple uh, the fact that you weren't able to address that. And this immediately not only took care of the satisfaction factor where you were able to interact at a higher level of inquiries, but also started to generate extra revenue for them because he was able to provide such an easy information. What's your phone number? I want to call right now.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. You have it instantly. You don't have to wait for an hour and a half for someone to be able to log in and check the messages on Instagram and answer you there, right? So, what is the price of that procedure? You have it instantly. All of that was able to generate revenue for them. So,
Mm-hmm.
that was the interesting thing about it, that, once you have AI implemented for a business that's not as complex as, I don't know, a big, huge conglomerate,
Right.
it can still immediately bring a lot more to the table
Mm-hmm.
than what was there before.
No, AI's impact on business communication is very transformative, offering solutions that are both accessible and effective for
Mm-hmm.
all businesses of all sizes. Listeners, AI is not about replacing human touch, it's really about enhancing it. So imagine being able to focus more on strategy and creativity while technology takes care of your repetitive tasks. That's the power of AI for small businesses today. And now, as we delve deeper, Ellie, we will explore how these technologies can be customized for different industries
Mm-hmm.
that are proving that AI isn't just for tech giants, but a game
Mm-hmm.
changer for small businesses as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, Now, AI's capability or adaptability allows businesses to tackle the industry specific challenges with precision and value. But what makes AI so versatile in addressing industry specific
Mm-hmm.
challenges, and how can SMEs benefit from these tailored solutions?
Yes. So the versatility of AI is basically its capacity and ability to function on a large amount of information. That's the key here. Now, the complexity of pretty much automating anything in a business is that the combination of situations and forecasting inquiries is really really difficult, and therefore you have to really channel yourself and limit yourself to the very very core, historically speaking, and be able to address only very specific inquiries. You won't be able to have a broad, you won't be able to operate on a broad spectrum of all business functions and capacity
Mm-hmm.
entirely. So technology was very limited. To give you an example, for instance, even if you look at large corporations, they usually have a chatbot on their website,
Mm-hmm.
for instance. Once you go in there, it really just offers a few different options. So, what are your inquiries? This or that or that or that. Or if you call them, for instance, for a certain inquiry, press one, then press two, then press three, and you can't really go above and beyond, five different options or seven different options, and then
Mm-hmm.
it goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and just branches out, and it just becomes too complicated, and therefore you have to really give them some options, very few options, and then transfer them at the end of the day to a human operator, which is usually where you want to get to as fast as possible, because those things don't matter and they don't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to get through those options to get to the human operator at the end of the day. Now with AI, you're able to train the AI on the full spectrum of your business, and therefore it can not only uh, answer questions like, where's your address, or, what the price list is, and, the usual stuff, but also, any other. So for instance, can I get hired here? Right.
Mhm.
So, what different procedures do you have? What are your products? Give me some understanding about your product. It can be trained on the full spectrum, and that's how it can really. It's very versatile. And for a business, these things were, especially when we're talking about a small business, these things are, in the past had been very um, um, difficult uh, to imagine. Nevertheless, having it work for you.
Right.
Yeah.
No, personalization is undoubtedly the future.
Mhm.
And the versatility of AI, it really empowers businesses to tackle the challenges effectively and innovate with passion. To all the small business owners tuning in, please remember that AI is not one size fits all solution. By customizing it to your needs, you can achieve goals that once seemed out of reach. So, whether you're scaling operations or enhancing customer experiences, now, up next, we'll dive into how small companies can leverage AI to compete and thrive in their markets. Now, Ellie, now AI democratizes, business by automating tasks,
Mhm.
allowing small businesses to focus on innovation, on efficiency, and customer satisfaction, competing with the larger firms. How is AI empowering SMEs to compete with larger firms and shift the competitive landscape?
That's the key question, right? So that's where the whole shift of paradigm has pretty much happened here. Now, just building on my comments on the previous question, um, imagine how a large corporation operates. I mean, what is the biggest advantage of a larger corporation? Obviously, capital is the biggest advantage of a larger corporation. They have the money to spend, and usually they spend it on human resources. That's where it's very, very expensive to be able to operate. So, what does a big bank have in order to be able to address customer inquiries, for instance? They have a large call center, right? So they do have their automations, and they do have their phone systems and chatbots, etc. But at the end of the day, the big supporting tugboat is um, their call center, and
Mhm.
that's expensive to operate. That's expensive to train. That's expensive to maintain, and it requires a lot of capital to be able to offer that. Now with AI, this is what you can really handle. So a small company is, that cannot really afford to hire 20 people to sit in a call center can have AI handle most of that, and then probably they would still need somebody um, uh, to be in their call center as a human representative, but that would be not be a team of 20 people anymore.
Mhm.
It'll be probably one or two people. So that's where SMEs can really start operating at the same level of larger companies without having to invest such a large capital in large teams and really large real estate and all of that. And this is what um, AI enables an SME. You can really apply much more complex solutions a lot easier, take away the human element and the investment required and human element, and be able uh, to respond to inquiries at the same level as a larger company with a lot less investment
Mhm.
involved.
Oh, AI is opening incredible opportunities for smaller businesses, and to fully embrace this potential, SMEs
Mm.
themselves need to adopt a mindset
Yes.
of innovation and
Uh-huh.
adaptability. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back shortly to dive into what the future of AI holds for SMEs.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. You still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep. Healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah. Well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep. That's all us. That's all UPS.
Four billion people check their email every day. That's 4 billion missed opportunities if your message doesn't make it. To reach your customer's inbox, you need a winning strategy. And Constant Contact delivers. Literally, over 97% deliverability. Elevate your email game with easy-to-use templates, writing assistants powered by AI, and in-depth metrics. Ensuring your email is flawless, delivered, and read. Constant Contact delivers. Give it a try.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, we're in the business of you.
We're here to help you plug in,
connect, and recharge.
Make an impression,
and meet with confidence.
With 19 brands built for business,
your business gets even more rewarding.
With an award-winning loyalty program at 6,000 IHG hotels and resorts worldwide.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's jump right into the future of AI and how small businesses can prepare for the next wave of innovation. Now, we'll shift gears to discuss the future of AI and what lies ahead for SMEs. Now, AI, we know that it's rapidly evolving with new trends and applications emerging every day. And from generative AI to predictive analytics, the future holds exciting possibilities of business of all sizes. So, Ellie, how do you envision the role of AI evolving in the next 5 years, particularly for SMEs?
Well, as you mentioned, it's a very rapidly evolving industry, and AI is changing in such a speed that sometimes you can't imagine something that is already realized today. You couldn't imagine that being a possibility maybe yesterday. So it really is evolving very fast. So 5 years from now, in the world of AI, is as a long time. So we might even have walking and talking robots amongst us in 5 years. We've already seen what was revealed by Tesla, for instance. So, if you and I were talking about humanoid robots not 10 years ago, but 3 years ago, it was a thing that we would have probably expected for years and years and years of innovation happening. But now we see it. It's right there, and it's happening. And it's just the fine tuning that's left to be done. Right. And before we know it, they're out there. So I mean, 5 years from now, things are going to be very different. Right. And most of the things that we're going to have available at that time, we might not even be able to imagine right now. But what I see coming in the coming years is that obviously AI is going to run deeper and deeper into the tasks and processes of everyday life and business. So it'll be available. It'll definitely be a lot more ubiquitous, even though we still have AI available in a lot of different tools that we're using right now. It's going to be a lot more capable. So it's definitely not out of the question to see AI enabled. Right now, when I was driving here, AI drove me all the way here. I have a Tesla and I have my full self-driving
service.
Exactly. So it's something that 10 years ago was unimaginable, with such precision, and not having to touch the steering wheel even once, driving through 401. So that is crazy, right? So I mean, this has become a reality, and after using it for 2 weeks, you get used to it. It becomes part of you. And then, I'm sure that in a couple of years, driving without it is unimaginable for everybody, right? So that's how things are going to change. And talking about businesses, we're going to have a lot more of AI available into business operations. So it's important for us to realize that 5 years from now, whether we like it or not, we need to be able to adapt, and we need to be able to implement AI as much as possible into our processes and systems. And that's not a threat, it's an opportunity. We can do it now. SMEs and smaller companies can do it. And I fully believe that this is going to change the landscape. It's not going to be, for every industry that you look or you consider, it's not going to be, the big giant dinosaurs who are going to rule the spectrum anymore. It's just like what happened in nature. It used to have dinosaurs millions of years ago, and now we have this little creature called a human being,
Yes.
ruling the earth, right? So it's pretty much the same kind of approach, and I think we're going to have a lot of it available, both personally and within our businesses and our homes as well.
No, planning for the future of AI, it starts with really understanding its potential today. And you've given some great insights, Ali. By taking proactive steps now, businesses can position themselves to thrive in the evolving landscape. Listeners, the future of AI is here, and it's really evolving faster than ever. And start small, stay curious, and don't be afraid to experiment with these tools, because the journey to transformation really begins with a single step. Up next, we'll explore practical advice for SMEs to kickstart their AI journey. For many small businesses, the first step with AI can feel overwhelming, right? But starting simple and staying focused on value-driven applications can truly make all the difference. So, Ali, what should a small business consider when it's starting its journey with AI-powered solutions?
That's a good question, because one of the biggest drawbacks or pitfalls, if you want to say, is that business owners, small or large, doesn't really make a difference. We still haven't understood the capacity and capability of AI and what its role is. A lot of people still consider AI to be, this new technology that can enhance what we used to have before. So it can give us a better chatbot, but at the end of the day, it's the same chatbot, right? That's not the case. It's different. So the first thing that's important for us, especially business owners and management of SMEs, in general, any business manager, is education. We need to educate ourselves and understand what AI is and what it stands for, and how it transforms technology and how it transforms businesses. It's got a lot of capabilities, but we first have to take a step back and look at the whole thing from a bigger perspective. Because as I'm said, the beauty of AI and the key capability of AI is its huge capacity.
Right.
So we can't really stick to our narrow channels and try to increase the efficiency of these narrow channels. It can definitely help that, but that's not where the real value lies. We need to step back and look at the biggest procedure, the biggest the bigger perspective, in order to be able to really understand how AI can really take our business to the next level. It's not just customer interaction. It's not just customer acquisition. It's also internal processes, internal procedures. So AI can really help us in many different ways, and it's important for every business who wants to start using AI to consider two things. First, we need to really understand where AI can really help me. Where is the main areas that I can really improve by implementing? Where are the areas that I can really save the most in terms of the capital investment that needs to be done? And that requires education. The next thing is, you need to take the first step. So you find something, stick to it, and apply AI, it's not scary anymore. It's not expensive anymore. You can start if it doesn't work, move on to the next process or the next project. But I'm sure it will work. So you can apply it to smaller processes and start growing it that way. So this is the best way to plan, understand, and then start implementation from a small part of the business, and then grow it as you go.
No, starting small with AI doesn't mean starting behind. It's really about, building that solid foundation for future innovation. And listeners, your first step, can unlock new efficiencies and opportunities for growth. Now, as we wrap up, Ali, what is that one key takeaway that you'd like to leave our listeners with about the potential of AI for small businesses?
Certainly. So I think the most important thing to take out of this is that firstly we need to prepare. We need to prepare from top to bottom. AI is not here to replace. AI is an enabler. So we need to understand that. Now, the education that I mentioned that is important for the management level or the business owner level to really understand the potentials is also required for the lower tiers of the company as well. We also need to train our staff and employees that firstly AI is not going to replace them, but instead it is going to enable them to do more. We need to allow them and train them and expect them to incorporate AI as much as possible into their daily tasks as well. We need to make sure that our employees also understand that they can deliver a lot more efficient and a lot more efficient be a lot more efficient in their daily tasks. This is crucial for us to be able to firstly understand, take in, and also transfer to the rest of the company, whether it's 3 people or 300 people, and make sure that we have the right culture. The other thing that's important for us is that we need to make sure that we understand where in the business AI can help. It could be anywhere and everywhere, but usually it is the simplest of the tasks that AI can quickly and very efficiently transform and improve, rather than us usually sitting back and thinking about the most complex task or process of the company that needs to be tackled by AI. So we need to have a wide enough perspective on all of the processes of the company and be able to implement it as an enabler in our company.
Thank you so much, Ellie, for being on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thanks for sharing such great insights and your experience with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
In today's episode, we explored how AI is transforming businesses with practical insights from Ali Reaziat. From revolutionizing customer interactions to preparing for AI-driven future, Ali shared invaluable advice for SMEs. And we'd like to extend our gratitude to him as well as to our partners, RBC, UPS, Constant Contact, IAG, and Google for making this podcast possible. Listeners, please don't forget to visit our website, CanadianSME.ca, to subscribe to the magazine for more such insights. Again, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, stay inspired and keep innovating.